The country continues to prepare for the projected El-Nino rains. The national government has advised Kenyans living in flood-prone areas to move to safer places as a precautionary measure. While addressing a multi-sectoral team that brought together the two levels of government to plan on how to avert humanitarian crisis that may occur during the heavy downpour, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua says that even though the government has put in place elaborate measures to ensure safety, there is still a looming danger for residents in regions that experience occasional flooding. And as a reporter Henry Tende now details, both military and the police will be deployed to respond to humanitarian aids during the downpour.
Meeting to assess the El-Nino response and impact mitigation that brought together leadership from both levels of government, state agencies and partners. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua says the national government has taken proactive measures to avert major humanitarian crises during the El-Nino rains, like the one which was witnessed in the 1997 El-Nino downpour. To ensure no human life is lost, the government has advised Kenyans living in flood-prone areas to relocate to higher grounds for safety.
It's very important for us, Kenyans, to take measures to reduce the negative impact of these rains. That is why we are appealing to those living in low-lying and flood-prone areas to move to higher grounds. On the other hand, we would like to urge our farmers, especially those with grains to harvest, and store their produce early, and where possible, sell to those who are willing to buy.
The government is planning a multifaceted response to humanitarian aid needs that will see both the military and police and other state agencies working in coordinated response measures.
I want to give the government's commitment that we shall apply all resources at our disposal, including the Kenya Defence Forces. The Minister for Defence is here. The National Youth Service is a reserve army for the country when there are challenges.
As Safaricom, I can commit that we are ready to support especially the early warning signs, which early warning support communication through flash messages and so on, that really are life-saving in many ways if they are delivered on time and if they are coordinated across the ministry.
The two levels of government will pool resources together to guarantee success of the response efforts.
El-Nino is beyond the national government. El-Nino is beyond our development partners. That is why we must work together by leveraging our diverse capacities in technical and financial resources. We do not wish to lose lives and livelihoods. We do not wish to see the 1997 El-Nino situation, which more than 1.5 million people were displaced and negatively affected. We must safeguard the gains we have made since the rains commenced. That is why we must prepare properly together as one.
The government has issued a warning to all Kenyans to exercise personal responsibility not to put their lives in danger.
And again, we ask Kenyans not to be very adventurous, because the Director General of Meteorological Department said some people are daredevils. And we saw that in 1997. Some motorists are impatient. They want to drive through raging floods, and we lost many lives in 1997.
El-Nino rains are expected to persist until mid or late December. Henry Tende, Look Up TV.
Thank you, Tende. Now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki